Hi everyone, Steve here to review Pablo Amira's B Cards booklet. This is a book about 80 odd pages of routines, mentalism routines with business cards. With that said, this stuff, a lot of it's very simple. Some of it has some sleight of hand, and then there's a couple that are also bold, more straightforward approaches that so it kind of fills all of those gaps. There's 16 effects in here, $40. That breaks down to like $2.50 an effect, or finding 8 effects that are worth $5 to you, which I think that you can find. Let's go through some of them. I'll try to go through as many as I can in a short amount of time. You've got Business Opener, probably the best close-up opening routine there is. Again, simple, but still probably the best close-up opening mentalism routine there is. You want to establish your credibility. You want to give yourself room to grow in the routine. You want it to be visual and quick, sort of a snappy opener. And this accomplishes all of those. It establishes your credibility. It's very quick. And it definitely gives you room to grow, and you can. It gives you room to add your own personality to the routine. Moving on from that, you have 360 drawing, which is a motivated way to get a peek in an environment where there's people all around you. This is where I do feel that he really has performed these routines. He gives you multiple peeks that will help you find the one that works for you, as well as find the one that's going to work in the scenario you're currently in. So this is something you can take and plug and play this into other routines. Beyond that, you have Zodiac Business, which is a way to predict anybody's zodiac sign in might not be the routine that you do in all your scenarios. You might want a bit more of a casual feel, but it is one that can work. Might take you a little bit of time to get used to it, to perform it. Pareidolia? I don't know how to say it, but I know that I paid $5 for this effect. Aside from this book, it's in here as well. I've bought this already before I got the review book, and I thought it's definitely worth more than $5, and it's something that it was instantly had my mind moving and wanting to come up with ideas for it. It's a way to force a word, a drawing, a number, a name, pretty much whatever you want in a logical, motivated way throughout a routine. So you could do any card at any number. You could have somebody think of a drawing and predict that later. This has a lot of room, a lot of potential, a lot of room for growth, a lot of different performance things that you can do with it, and I think this is something that could work with routines that you already have. This might give you a cleaner effect in the end, as well as technically it's an effect in itself as well, which is really cool. Any business card at any number is one that you might read and kind of scoff at. It might be too easy for you, but at the same time, I bet it's one you're going to do. 3 moments in time, 3 business cards predicting 3 items. I've seen this routine done before. Maybe like 10 years ago I saw Jay Sankey do it with a book test. And I like this version better than the book test one. There's a nice logical progression with it, as well as normally when you see this routine, it goes very specific thought, somewhat specific thought, and then, oh, think of a playing card. So it's a bad theater. But I like Pablo's way of ending this routine. 2 thoughts, 2 business cards on the back are written something that proves that this is for you, this is for you. You write one thing here, you write one thing there, and you end up predicting both persons' thoughts. And so it's just a nice way, nice little wrinkle on that classic kind of routine. Positively negative, maybe one that I don't like as much, but it's one prediction, set it down, and you predict what coin somebody pulls out of their pocket in an imaginary game, as well as whether it's heads or tails. It does still have, even in effects that I don't necessarily like, he always adds something that I like from in the effect. There's always something that I feel that I'm getting out of each thing that I read from him. This is something I could not read all the way through. I read a couple, and then I sat, and my brain was running with ideas afterwards, and I had to stop. This is not a quick read for me. This wasn't something that I read start to finish. I read a couple of things in and I instantly wanted to go out and do them. So that's an exciting sort of thing. Impromptu peak device is one that I've been working on a lot. Really want to do it. E-Wave, probably my favorite routine from here. As well as that, you have Animal Intuition, which is predicting the animal somebody's going to name, and there's a couple other ones that I'm not going to go, I don't have enough time to go through all of those. I think E-Wave is, again, that's my favorite one. Somebody names a season. That season's the only one reversed on your fan of business cards out of the 4. And as well as that, there's another kicker ending. Little bit of info. If you already have the book, or remember this for when you do get it, I finish off that routine by writing like a prediction. Business success in the fall. Whatever season they name, you add a little something, a little extra prediction, and then you can hand them the business card, and there's a little bit more of a motivation as to why they would want to keep the business card at that point. A lot of stuff in there, So if you're looking to get into, if you're looking for a variety of new effects, business cards instantly generally gives you a new variety. It's still a minimalistic approach, so it still works along the lines of the whole propless push in mentalism. And also it's a nice way to start to work into some propless routines if you want. But so it's good for intermediate and above because of those reasons. It still gives you stuff to fall back on, and it still gives you presentational ideas and stuff. But it's also great if you're a magician going into card trick, or going from card tricks to mentalism. It's sort of like mentalism training wheels, because you're still using cards. It's just business cards now. So that's nice. I think it could even work as magicians that just want to add a little variety to their routines. There's nothing wrong with that either. Any card at any number can be mentalism or it can be magic in my book. I didn't really want to give stuff like ratings and everything. I tried to just give you information and then let you decide on it. I do think Pablo is a bit of a quiet genius as far as effects go. He's not... I've heard his name a lot, but I feel that he's not as mainstream as a lot of the other guys. However, I feel like he should. He's got a lot of very good material. And if you're still wondering if this is for me, what I would recommend, and even if you're not, I would recommend you go to find Amira's Ideas on Facebook. He gives little ideas pretty constantly, and those are my favorite things from him. So, and those are free. So go, I'll put a link for that in the description. Go like that page and get his newsletter and stuff like that. He's going to give you a few free ideas. And then he runs specials a lot, $5 effects and stuff. So you might as well pick those up as well if you're really not sure if you want to spend 40 bucks yet. However, this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a whole week. I've been so excited reading this thing. And it's something that I'm going to be recommending to a lot of my friends, magicians and mentalists, because I think that there's a lot of stuff that people can take from this book. As well as I think we should support people that put multiple effect routines. We should be supporting that more. And let's stop getting these $20 and $30 downloads of one effect that may or may not always work. And let's get some of these people putting out creative ideas that they've done a lot and that pays their bills and giving you more for your money. Again, thanks so much. And if you have any questions about any of the individual routines, leave a comment, as well as subscribe to the YouTube page. I'll have more reviews coming out. I have Ben Blau has unphased his USB routine, his ESP routine, where you match up the spectator's choices throughout the ESP symbols. It's one that Eugene Berger has taken a liking to, and I'll be reviewing that within a week or two, probably 2 weeks, because I also have Dan Harlan's All-Seeing Eye I've been meaning to get around to, and whatever else strikes my fancy. Again, thank you. I'm Steve, the Amazing. I'm on Facebook.com/Steve the Amazing. Maybe it's that way. I think so. Thanks again. Talk to you guys soon.